Today, I'm going to do some more on the dash. I got to try and cover up underneath the dash a little bit. So I got the new rocker switch panel in. I'm going to change out some of these. These here are going to be for my air lockers and them other ones. I just wanted extra switches just in case I needed some switches later on, because there's obviously no place left on the dash to put switches. Put a new hole in here. I ordered a small tachometer to add in there. Not that I'm ever going to rev this thing up too high, but I figured it'd be nice to have. Here's what I want to work on. I want to try and cover this mess here. I'm not sure how I'm going to do it yet, but I'll figure something out. But the dash itself is pretty much done, other than getting rid of that. I think a latch will fix that though. So yeah, that's where we're at. So here's what I came up with. I'm going to take this old piece of dash panel I had and fit it up underneath like that. Just like that. That won't look too bad, I guess. Gives this front edge a nice finished look. Once I screw it on there, I gotta make something for that spot. The reason I wanted to cover this up is because I drilled some holes for the wires to come through the dash. If you can see them. Yeah, right there. So that's gonna come in from the fuse box I made. Yeah, those are the holes right there. I don't know if you can see them, but they go right straight through this box into the firewall. So, trying to make a template to fill in that gap over there. I don't know. And y'all think this is easy. It's a pain in the neck. But it's got to be done. Got to make this out of cardboard, then I got to make it out of metal. That's going to be a trick. So, I got that piece coped in, looking okay. And there's my cardboard piece, which fits nice. I don't know how it's gonna fit when I make it out of aluminum though. We'll see. The layout. This is the plan. Does the plan always go as planned? No. The folds. You can see that was the old plan. This is the new plan. Whew. I don't know. It'd be interesting to see how it comes out. Ran it through a couple times. Almost there. I just cracked it. Son of a biscuit. That sucks. See the crack? Right there. Let's see if we can salvage it. I don't know. Hopefully we can fix it. Well, unfortunately, this one didn't work out. It didn't work out. So, yeah, the bends wouldn't take. They kept breaking off. So, back to the drawing board. I'm going to try and modify the old one. This one's steel, which is better because that's where I want to put the ignition switch anyway. So, turned into quite the fiasco here today. Well, so far I've been able to salvage the other one. I just gotta cope it a little bit here. So, yeah, I spent a couple hours on that other piece and it didn't work. Not good. Not good at all. Okay. So here's what I did. Bent up a piece of steel. Put a nut-cert in it. Now I'm going to thread it onto here. And then we'll weld it onto that heater duct. Now I got to fill these holes. Maybe I'll weld some weld in there and grind it off. That's what's good about working with steel. I can screw up and I can fix it with weld. So I got my big chunk of brass. Got it all trued up. And this is how I weld my plugs. Because the brass, the weld won't stick to it because it's too hard. Well, it's not that it's hard, that it's just got a different melting point. So I just fill that hole in right there, my weld, and grind it off smooth. Works slick. Watch your peepers. See? And it doesn't stick to the weld. I mean the brass. So it works nice. Nice little spot weld. And that's how I do mine. You guys got a different way of doing yours, let me know. And then we just grind them smooth. Yeah. It's like they were never there. Now we just tack it in place and come back and weld it up. I don't know how I'm going to do this. The stand on my head. How am I going to do this here? I can't even see. There. I've had this little panel in here, in and out, more times than I can count. So I was going to use this as a bracket, but it's not 90. So that means I got to bend one up. So I used the bead roller to get it started. I didn't want to finish it up with the bead roller because last time it broke the damn thing. So here's the angle we're looking for. Just set that on there. Get an idea where we're at. I don't know if you can see it or not. Son of a biscuit. I'm not having very good luck today. I just broke it again. Yep. Just broke it. So, I don't know. Is it the bead roller that's causing it? Or is that aluminum bad? I've been able to bend the aluminum before, though. So I don't know what's going on. All right. So I think I might have found the problem. The aluminum I've been trying to bend is the aluminum I purchased for my floor and my dash from the same company. The aluminum I've been bending is some stuff I had kicking around. So this is the stuff I had kicking around. So let's see how this works. Oh yeah. Yeah, I think that's the problem. I think the other stuff was a harder aluminum. I think that's the problem. I don't know if you can see or not. Well, let's take a look. Yeah, I think that's going to work. Yeah, that'll work. So I think that was the problem. I think I was using an aluminum that was too hard. This stuff here seems to be a little softer, so if I hadn't known that, I could have made a whole other piece out of that, but oh well. Live and learn. Onward. Yeah, so I guess my microphone crapped out on me during this section here. But what I'm doing is I'm riveting that piece on there to attach that metal piece that I made. I'm fitting it. I'm going to put it on there. I'm going to drill some holes in the metal piece. And then I'm going to transfer the holes to the piece of angle. Then put the riv nuts in the back side. So, seems to fit okay. You ever have one of them days where you maybe should have just stayed in bed? Because this is turning into a bloopers reel. So, I got the angle right, but I didn't put it together the right way. What's wrong with this picture? Oh my goodness. Like I say, this is turning into a bloopers reel. Back to the drawing board. All right, I got that thing fixed. I'm telling you what a day. Oh, what a day. So the plan is now to transpose those holes on the top into the aluminum and put some nutserts in there. But today has not been going well at all. Not at all. I tell you, hasn't been a good day. Now I lost my screws. Son of a gun. One thing after another, mister. Or Mrs. Gotta be politically correct these days. Don't want to hurt anybody's feelings. All right. So now, drill those two. Man. So this will center up for the nutserts on the back. Like I say, I can't tell you how many times I've had this thing apart. Yeah, today's just been one thing after another. But you wanted a movie. You're going to get a movie. Full-length film today. Now I got to re-drill those. Now the nut certs. All right. Let's see if it fits. Can you see? I don't know if you can see or not. Seems like it fits. Oh, I can see we got issues already. Oh, no. See that line right there? Well, you see that X right there? The X is where the ignition was going to go when I had it laid out the last time. Other than the ignition, I'm actually happy with it. As much of a pain was, you know, this didn't come out bad. But yeah, the X right there is where this was going to come through. So I might be able to still do it, but I don't know. So you can see down through there, that's where the wires are going to be hanging out now. You ain't going to see any wires. So, yeah. Tomorrow, I think I might take a day off. This was just too much. This side's going to be even worse. So I'm going to have to come around the bend here and make it fit. Hide the hoses. Yeah. I got the piece ordered for up under here, but I don't know if I got enough of the bendy stuff to do there. So, well, it was kind of a long one, but I figured I'd leave the screw ups in there. But I mean, I could have shortened it up and taken all the bloopers out, but I figured I'd leave it in there. Let you see what really goes on here. It ain't all smooth sailing, believe me. So, keeping it real. That's it for today. Have a good night.